Okay guys, so today we're going to be looking at fixing up a few of the problems with Doom. There's a few different problems with it, like crashing to the desktop. The one I had the most of was it was crashing to the desktop and not leaving any error messages, just going straight back to desktop. I've also had it freeze up. These crashes sometimes happen while, before the game's even started, while it's loading up, doing the intro, all that sort of thing. So we're just going to run through a few possible fixes for that. Now obviously the first one that you always do is make sure all your drivers are updated. Your DirectX, make sure your video card drivers are always updated, your sound card drivers, motherboard drivers, anything like that. Make sure they're all kept up to date, and that can sometimes give you some possible fixes. Now I know with Doom 4 there was some driver updates, and they were supposed to be specifically for Doom 4, which is supposed to have helped some of the crashes. Okay guys, so the next possible fix we have is done within Steam itself. So open Steam up and go to your library, find where your Doom is in the list on the side here, right click and then go to properties. Now within properties you can go to your local file tab, and down the bottom here it's got verify integrity of game cache. If you click that, it'll go through a bit of a process and verify it. Now I know I've read online somewhere that some people actually delete certain files within the game. That way when it does this step here, it actually re-downloads them and sets them up again, and that worked for some people as well. But yeah, just try that guys. I know it's worked for a few people, and that's, like I was just saying, that's fairly easy to do because it's all done within Steam. Another option that we have here, again, right click, properties. Now where it's got here, set your launch options. Now inside there you can put in like command lines inside there, which will skip the intro and certain things, which may help as well, because some people, I know, it's crashing out on the intro. So if you skip that part of it, it might actually help. Okay, so another fix we can try, and this one actually worked for me eventually. There's a couple of others that sort of worked. I got to play the game for a bit longer and then it started crashing again. But this fix actually worked for me the best. So what we do, we go down to our search window down here, type in msconfig. Okay, we go to, this will pop up eventually. Okay, once you get your system configuration box up here, you'll have this screen here that's got start, like load system services, and down here you've got load startup items. Now just uncheck the load startup items, apply, and then restart the computer and then try that. That's the one that worked for me. Now the only thing I found is that if I had that unchecked, what happens when you go to the startup, the Steam client kept wanting to re-update every time I went to start Doom. So I left that one enabled and it didn't seem to worry the game. The game still started up fine and played okay. So all you do, like I say, uncheck that box there, apply, okay, do a restart, and then try that and see how you go. But that's the one that actually worked for me. Another fix that you can probably try, this one I know has worked for a few people. Just press your Control Alt Delete keys, go to your task manager, and you've got all your background apps that are running here. Go through and turn off the ones that you know you can turn off that you don't really need. Now I've got a heap running there at the moment that I don't need, but I'm not actually going to be playing the game, so I'm not going to worry about turning those off at the moment. But you know, things like the crash handler, the Skype, Microsoft Click and Run, things like that, I know I can turn them off without affecting the computer, so I turn everything off that I can there. The other thing you can do while you're in this window is go to your startup, and you can go through and disable whatever programs you want in here on startup, and that helps a lot too, because it's unreal the amount of background programs that run on a computer. But if you're a gamer, you probably know these tricks anyway, but you know, have as little amount of programs running in the background as possible. So try that fix guys, see if that works. If you're unsure about what processes you can and can't turn off, just check on the internet, type it into Google and see what you need to have running. Some of the services obviously have to be running, otherwise you're going to come up with errors inside Windows. Okay, so once you're inside the game, you come up to your main menu here, and we just want to go to settings first up, and the next one will be in advanced. Okay, now down here where it says virtual texturing page size, that one there you want to put onto low. Okay, now that is one fix that worked for me. Well, initially it worked for me, but then the game started crashing again, so there's no guarantee that that will work, but it is something that has worked for some people. On video, just want to save those settings. With video, you can try your window mode borderless. Sometimes it's full screen, and that can be a bit buggy as well, so try window mode borderless. And the rest of the settings, you can play around with them a little bit. Just have a look on YouTube and some of the forums and that, and have a look at some of these settings and what they actually do. And sometimes it's actually helped people by having different settings turned on or off. But motion blur, I know, is one of the ones that people said it helped them. Your vertical sync off or on can make a difference to some computers as well. So just try a few different things, guys, and just see how you go. Okay, and one other thing you can try, guys, is your antivirus. Now mine runs down in the bottom here, and I just right click on it and I go to disable firewall or disable auto protect, and it comes up a little message box how long you want to disable it for. I normally just click until restart. You can always turn those back on whenever you want to from that same area, but antivirus is one of the things that can make a difference to the game, can make it drop out for different reasons or whatever. So, okay guys, I hope this helps some of you. I'm not saying this is the be all and end all to fix Doom, but I know some of these things have helped a lot of other people, so it's definitely worth a try if you haven't tried them yet. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video.